This is interesting. 4 QR codes. I'm going to zoom in on this because it's hard for me to read. Contacted a local city planner. These 4 firms were recommended. Now, I need to just say, I contacted a local city planner. I located someone who actually works outside the area as a city planner but lives here. Family brings children home, usually aging parents, usually health issues. And I happen to run into someone who's a bicycle rider, who's also an urban planner and works outside the area. I called this person a couple of weeks ago and asked, would you be willing to work with the city of Beaumont? And they said, absolutely not. No, they don't listen. And they wince every time the city does something. It's insane how they perform. Yet I asked, would you recommend? And they recommended 4 firms. And they emphasized the fact that you need to have a plan before destroying another building. You need to have a plan before destroying another building. You need to have a plan before destroying another building. You need to have a plan before destroying another building. You need to have a plan before destroying another building. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. And that's what the city seems to refuse to want to do, is to get a plan on how are they going to run this place, and what's our goal for the future. Beaumont is a community where people get sent professionally as a punishment, or they get sent as a trial. I've heard this directly from the mouth of industry and from the mouths of people who have been sent here. It's my home, which is why I fight so tirelessly for the well-being of my home. Regarding 555 Main Street, having a hard time getting bids to demolish it. Assuming you received my missive and watched the accompanying video suggesting what could be done, what if you got urban planners and asked them to bid on what would you do if this were your blank slate? 555 Main Street. Imagine it as not a demolished building, as what are the possibilities, and ask an urban planner, what would you do if this were your blank slate? Collect ideas for making down by the Riverside lovely. Build with taxpayer money rather than destroy. Better yet, let respected developers take over. All the great parks I have visited have been surrounded by high-density population. People moved in, the designated park is developed. Right now, downtown has no people. Not only not high-density population, but no people. That's the biggest problem, period. Regarding my near-death experience on College Street, MLK is just as bad. The fix to that problem, after longer yellow lights and lower speed limits, is to reduce the road from 7 to 5 lanes, including the center turning lane, the polar opposite of what an auto-centric disaster we have now. And I never in a million years thought I would ever write these words. Have you all read the book Strong Towns? Have you bothered? There's a lot of answers there to many of our problems, including all the draconian building codes.